everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, then hi, welcome along. Today I thought I would do a video on our monthly outgoings as a family of four living in Sydney. It was one of the questions that I get asked quite a lot, both on the big Facebook group that I'm in and also throughout my Instagram channel. And we do share a lot of videos, especially from our journey from the UK to now living in Sydney, and you can find all those on my channel. However, I haven't really covered off exactly how much we spend each month on our basic outgoings. Now, you also may be interested to know that Sydney has just taken number 10 spot in the most expensive cities to live in the world. We take it along with Copenhagen, New York and Singapore are still taking the top spots for the most expensive cities in the world. And according to some other stats, Sydney is 22% more expensive to live in than Melbourne, 25% more expensive than Perth, but only 1% more expensive than Brisbane. Now, something that did surprise me when I was looking at my facts was that Sydney is actually classed as the most expensive area for transport as well. And coming from the UK, I was very surprised at this because personally I find transport here to be extremely cheap, very efficient, but extremely cheap compared to what we would pay in the UK. And obviously if you are coming from other states, then this may be something to consider. You may find that it's a lot more expensive here, especially if you are using transport to get around for, say, work. However, with the Opal card, your rates are capped at $50 a week. So if you travel over and above your $50, then it's capped. So you will not spend any more money than that. And personally, I find that amazing and I find it such a great thing to have in a major city. So I wouldn't let this put you off travelling to Sydney. And then just before I get into our monthly outgoing figures, it is worth remembering that we are a family of four. We are living very close to Sydney CBD and your costs and circumstances may be completely different to ours. So just please bear this in mind whilst you are going through this video. So without further ado, let's get into our first monthly outgoing. So kicking things off with our most expensive outgoing, which is of course our rent. Now we live in a house about half an hour from Sydney CBD, and if you are looking around this area, you can expect to pay anywhere from $900 to about $1,200 per week on your rent. So we currently pay $1,050 per week for our house. So I'm going to put that in. Our monthly total is of course $4,200. Now you can get an apartment. They are slightly cheaper, not by much. You can expect to pay anywhere from about $700 upwards if you are looking closer to the city. And of course you can bring this cost down as well if you're willing to share with other people. Now our second largest outgoing is our childcare cost. So currently our little girl attends daycare 2 days per week at $152 a day. So that brings our monthly total to $1,216. Now you can bring this cost down if you are eligible for CCS, which is childcare subsidy. I cover this off in a different video. However, for the purpose of this, we are not entitled to that. So that is our monthly outgoing. Next up is our food shop. Now currently we are budgeting $200 per week on our food shop, and to be honest we are managing to stick to that there or thereabouts. Now I have done another video on this which I'll link here. This is us doing our full weekly shop and showing you everything that we managed to get for that $200. So I'll add in our total at $800 per month for a family of four food shop. Then we move on to travel. Now we have a budget of $300 per month for our travel. Now included in this is our $50 which Ewan spends each week on his travel to and from work with his Opal card. Now as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, this is capped at $50. It means any travel over and above this is of course free. And the remaining $100 is what we use to fill our car up with fuel. Now we have a large car, it's a 2-litre SUV, and this $100 gives us a full tank. We don't travel very far in our car, so it is worth considering, depending on where you choose to stay, just exactly how much fuel you will be using. Then moving on to our electricity, so we live in a fairly large family home and this covers our heating costs and obviously all our electric costs. So currently we are $150 per month, again there or thereabouts. Also this bill is usually paid quarterly, so that's worth remembering when you are doing your budgeting. And finally it will be higher in the winter months due to being indoors more and obviously having things like your heaters on. Moving on to our water bill, and being from Scotland, this is something that is definitely new to us. However, it's another bill that is paid quarterly. We break this down to roughly about $60 per month. And then moving on to our phone bill. So both myself and Ewan have our phones bought outright. So we don't have any costs going out for them. However, for our actual contract plans, we managed to get a deal at just $20 each per month, which is more than enough for what we need. Now I do cover this off in a previous video, exactly who we're with and how we got that cost. So I'll link it here for you to go and watch. And then moving on to our home entertainment, which is a mix of our TV subscriptions and also our broadband. So you can obviously get different prices on your broadband depending on the speed of the internet that you're looking for. So it's worth doing your comparison on that. For the purpose of this video, we are with a company called Tangerine. And then our final monthly outgoing is of course our car insurance. So we have fully comprehensive car insurance. Now this is separate to your CTP, which I will link in the video below. I cover this all off and it explains it in a lot more detail, but yes, our car insurance, we've done a big comparison on it and we found that insurance tends to be between $90 and $100 per month for fully comprehensive. So when we add all of our outgoings up, it brings our grand total to $6,961 per month of our family outgoings. Now I agree, already this does seem like a high amount of money coming out of your account every month. However, realistically, there are some other things that you may want to factor in when doing your monthly planning. Now all of these things can come at a range of different costs depending on your circumstances, and of course everyone's family circumstances and financial income are different, so it's worth doing your research and seeing exactly how much each individual item will cost. So that now brings us to the end of today's video. I hope you have found this vlog very interesting and informative, especially if you are considering moving to Sydney and you are maybe considering other areas and states as well. Like I said at the beginning, please do remember that we are a family of four. Our financial circumstances may be very different to yours, and I hope that this just gives you a general idea of the monthly outgoing costs that you can expect to pay if you are moving to Sydney. If you did find this video helpful, I would love if you would give it a thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel. We do have other videos available that you may find very helpful, like this one on our weekly food shop and how much we can get for our budget. And also this one, which is all about the rental market in Sydney and what you can expect to get for your money. Thanks for coming along today, and I hope to see you all in my next video.